Calm down now. I think I have too long of an intro when people leave. Yeah. Here it comes. Nailed it.
Dude, boop. Damn it.
Dude, come on. You're supposed to be on point with that. Where's Walton? Oh, good time. Oh, beautiful faces out there, people.
Speaking of where's Walton, we need a little, we need a cartoon of him wearing Waldo's shirt
I
and
think
hat.
I think it's amazing that screen is basically everyone who's not on the show anymore.
There's Mad. Mad shows up. You know, I mean, they culture occasionally, and the others are. Oh, there you are up there, buddy. And I come out like Groucho or whatever his name was. What is going on, everybody? I forgot this ran a little long. Welcome, everybody. It is Wednesday night. Not a usual night, but may start being the usual night. I'm Scott with Sporking News Podcast, and this is a dump where we talk, we talk fandom, we talk Marvel, DC, everything they're screwing up, everything we loved as children that got destroyed, and things that we do actually like. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. We're going to be talking tonight about The Witcher Season 4. Have either one of you even watched it? Because I know I haven't.
Nope, I didn't even watch season 3. I'm so far behind.
Yeah, I watched every single second of it. By that I mean I watched other people's reviews.
Yeah, that's always good.
So yeah. So and I went to the wife and I said, "Does this make any sense?" Because she's read the books and I'm only still up to The Last Wish. Sorry, no, the first novel. So yeah, and then I played her certain things and she went, "No, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense."
Mhm.
And then I'm like, "What about your favorite character?" And then I showed her Lawrence Fishburne and she grumbled under her breath. She wasn't happy with that one. Because she was Regis. Regis is such an awesome character.
Yeah.
And then they just turned Regis into the magical black man who shouts out weird platitudes and different things.
Yeah, you gotta love that. So we have one of the greatest wrenches of all time, Soul Assassin here. He's asking, why is there 2 podcasts? So if you're on my YouTube page, the top one, I believe, is our usual landscape stream, and the other one's vertical. It did it automatically. So I said, why not? Let's dump it, right? You know? So if anybody wants to share this out with your friends, family, grandma, let them know we're live. It's the first time in a couple weeks since the beginning of October. It's been really hectic, but I'm going to try to get more content out because you guys deserve it and you guys are awesome. And speaking of awesome, Tina Bojan, how are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty well. It was a nice, beautiful day here in the fall. Fall actually exists in Chicago. It's usually on a Wednesday in November and lasts for about 48 hours.
Yeah.
And then we go into winter. So
it has been weird. Like, I'm from New England. We have, fall's big around here. It went from like 78, 80 degrees to now it's like maybe maxes out at 60. All of a sudden, like in a week, it dropped, but it's still holding on to that fall feel. So I'm happy with that. That's my favorite season. I don't know about you.
Well, I think people really took advantage of the beautiful weather because we went from like Halloween explosion on Friday to all of a sudden by Monday morning driving to work, there's all these Christmas decorations up everywhere.
That's ridiculous.
It was crazy. I mean, there were literally old people hanging decorations up as I was driving to work. And I'm like, oh my God.
That can't do it. Yeah, there's a time and place for that. Like, we do Halloween stuff early, but Christmas, like my dad's birthday was it's like the 18th, I think it was the 18th of December, I believe, or 19th. And so we would rarely, as a kid, put up a Christmas tree even before that. So like for me, the day after Thanksgiving or the weekend before is fine. But people get crazy. People get crazy.
Absolutely. But I did buy a little Christmas tree for my new office.
Nice.
Yeah. At the job, we changed locations, so I'm not like down in a dungeon soundproof room where I've been sitting for 18 years. I'm actually like out among people and stuff. It's weird.
Oh man, Reclaim It Creations is here. Hey, are you do homesteaders do the Christmas like you do? Are you gonna like show us how to build a Christmas tree? Good channel, guys. Friend just bought a piece of land and decided I'm gonna do stuff with it, and I respect the hell out of that. Grant, how are you tonight?
Yeah, doing good, man. Happy to be here for a dump.
I
I won't be able to stay for the entire thing, but I'll be here as long as I can. So I'll snap one off as soon as I can. But yeah, that's going good. I've been doing a reread of Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
So and yeah,
how's that going?
Stig's right. Yeah, pick up on way more stuff. There is so much more stuff, and it was good because it's bring back my most favorite thing to do of all time, and that's hating Sansa. So and I'm really enjoying it. So
it's really tough to, like a character that I don't think you're supposed to hate. You're actually supposed to feel pity for, or at least empathy. I've hated her both in the book and in the show, and the sample chapters have not helped her. She's still a moron. Like she's supposed to be, well, maybe we're wrong. I thought she's supposed to become like knowledgeable in the game. Like, cause she was pretty much
the smartest person I've ever met. Remember when Arya said that in season 8? You're just like, who are you?
Yeah. You haven't seen her in years, kid. Oh yeah, it's aggravating. But yeah, I love watching, rereading when we did it and we figured out the very first prologue pretty much explains everything the White Walkers are trying to do. Check out that video.
And the relationship between like Daenerys and Drogo is better and somehow worse in the books.
Yeah.
Like it's not as weirdly violent as the TV show was, but she's 13, so it's worse. Like
she's actually into it. Well, medieval. She's a woman by then, back those type of that environment. But yeah, in the show, it just looks like, get her done. But in the book, it's like she's into it. Like
she's the one that initiates it, which is the weirdest thing. I know I read it like years ago, and then like even stuff from since the TV series has skewed my memory. Like I forgot that it was Ned that fell off the horse that broke his leg, not getting skilled by a Lannister guard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's freaking great.
Hey Jane, how you doing?
What's up? What were you gonna say? Bad takes. I felt like you had something there.
I can't tell because I saw the first season of Game of Thrones, the TV series, before I started reading the books. So I don't know if I hate Sansa because of the actress,
right,
or because I just dislike her as a character overall.
I gotta say, the actress, if that was their plan for her, she did a great job. Because I can't stand her still. Yeah, really aggravating. But if you're on the YouTube and you don't want to be on there to watch this, we are also live on Rumble and over on X. So please check it out. Hi, Jane. How are you? Lovely to see you, my friend.
Speaking of lovely, hello, Sherry.
Hello, Sherry too. For some reason, I can't see. You're seeing it before me, which is hilarious. There we go, Sherry. What's up? So let's talk about this. I did not watch The Witcher season 4. I don't even have Netflix, so Jack Sparrow. But I want to see how bad. Just looking at Hemsworth, it's Liam, right? I don't dislike the guy, but he looks like Will Ferrell doing an SNL skit about Cavill playing The Witcher.
Dude, I completely disagree. He looks good as The Witcher, but the problem was we got Cavill first. That's the only issue.
Oh, that's
If
true. He looks more like
we started off with him, we wouldn't be saying that.
Yeah.
And hello Sherry from the Rumble.
Sherry, yeah, way to do it, Sherry.
I think Hemsworth is the least of the problems, though. He's still somewhat of a problem because he's relatively bland because he's only doing what the script allows him to do.
Mhm.
You know, most of his scenes are actually reshot scenes from previous seasons.
Really?
So does that kind of go with
the whole fight scene on the beach with old Indian one eye guy?
Okay.
They redid that whole entire scene.
What?
They decided to do like a 7-minute flashback, and in that every scene that Henry Cavill would have been in that they're flashing back to, they got Hemsworth to film that.
Yeah.
So they refilmed so many different scenes and
Yeah, if they're doing that, but the story has moved on, correct?
no, the story is literally in the same spot where it was at the end.
Okay.
Guess what? Everyone's looking for Siri. No one's found Siri.
Mhm.
Siri
They
finds
stay home a lot.
Siri's looking for Siri.
Yeah.
She meets a bunch of people. She gets raped twice.
Oh,
Well, technically only once, but one of them is
Okay.
consensual because the other one's a woman.
okay, of course. But
Her girlfriend gets beheaded by a cool actor.
spoilers,
Um,
everybody. Yeah, go on.
No one's gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm going
And
to
the thing of it is, because they've already filmed the last season, which now has to cram 3 books and 1 game into it.
that's
The whole Wild
so
Hunt scenario
dumb.
not even
Yeah.
mentioned in this season. You know the
What?
big cliffhanger and
Like
everything.
the
Wild,
cliffhanger? Yeah,
no, nothing.
that's so
That's
dumb.
insane.
That guy was upset. Yeah, that makes no sense to me. Like, why would you not? That was like the big thing we were leading up to. So I guess my theory that was I don't know if you've heard. It's a little website called Bounding Into Comics. Spencer wrote a theory that I brought up. And you can find it there. That I thought they were going to try to reboot it with Hemsworth because at the end of Blood Origins, they were at the beginning of season 1, or at the end, depending on the way you want to look at it. So I don't know. We'll have to find out. I may watch it just to do a quick review, but I'll tell you, they nearly dropped 50% of their viewership for this season within that time span. So when they released season 1, 2, 3, whatever they released, the amount of time, viewership has dropped about 50%. So we're going to take a quick look at this.
Did you also know that there's a spin-off of this? They shot an entire season spin-off, and it was so bad that they edited it down into a movie and then released it without letting anyone know.
Okay, so wait a minute. Hold on, time out. What is it about?
The Rats.
The Rats.
The Rats are the ragtag group of people that Siri's with.
Oh, okay. All right, and there is a spin-off of that?
They shot a season of it, and it was so bad that they edited it down to a movie and then just released it. If you look for Netflix, The Rats, it's a part of the Witcher saga, and no one's talking about it.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And have you heard about the rumors though? Also, like, thank God they're going into already shot the last season because I guess Liam was having issues on the set because we already know the producers didn't take any of the information from the creator, anything from Cavill, who was a huge fan. They disliked The Witcher himself, Gerald, and they meant to make Siri, which is, she has a big part. She is bigger than life, but early on, it's The Witcher.
But it's not. Right? It's not about Siri. It's about Yennefer.
Yeah, well, one season's all about Yennefer. Yeah, you're right.
No, this season too.
Oh my God! Like we had a whole episode of her origin. We didn't need that.
So there's 2 big fight scenes in the season. One of those fight scenes, Geralt is sitting around a campfire with 7 other people telling stories, while the wizard Yennefer and her lady clown, I can't remember what she calls it, are off learning sword fighting like wizards do. And then
because
She
that happens.
She defeats the. I can never remember the guy's name. She defeats the bad guy, but in the process, Vesemir gets killed, which shouldn't happen because he's around during the Wild Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
But
they forgot about the Wild Hunt.
Yeah, they forgot about the Wild Hunt. Yeah.
Yeah, none of this is Liam's fault. I wouldn't blame that dude at all.
Well, here's the thing: he took the role.
Yeah,
he took it on. So here's the thing: like he can't sit there and complain about it. But right. I don't think that anything that he's done is the reason why it turned out the way that it did.
I think even though people have heard, and he probably got more information being in the industry, what happened with Cavill, they probably painted Cavill more in a bad light. And he thought, okay, I could deal with this. Yet he couldn't. There is a video, like a small one, where he's yelling at someone on the set. I couldn't find it because I tried to find it like a minute before you jumped on, Grant. So if someone could find that and throw us the link, let me know. But there is Liam on the set, like freaking out. But I want to just go over the numbers really quick. So The Witcher season 4 made its arrival in 2025, but not with the results that Netflix was expecting. Ever since Henry Cavill left The Witcher, many have been wondering how his absence would affect the fantasy series for its season 4. I know for a majority of people, at least in this fandom, we knew how much he was fighting to stick to canon and make a great product. And when we found out about this writer's room that hates, Gerald, and they wanted to make it a girl boss show, you lost us there. We just stuck it out with Cavill. Nothing against Liam. It's just we signed up with Cavill and we stuck it out with him. I don't know about you guys. Yeah, season 1 wasn't bad at all. But all these shows, Jane, because I know there's friends of acquaintances, friends of mine that are bigger channels that loved Hot D2, but get show compared to 1. Okay, so in an official report from Too Dumb, the numbers for The Witcher season 4 have finally arrived as the series made its return on October 30th. The latest season ranked number 2 on the chart for Netflix okay, so I thought it was lower than all of them at a 7.4 million views. This makes for the lowest numbers ever for the show. For the show, as The Witcher season 3 and 23 during its first week airing had 15.2 million. But didn't he just say up here it ranked it number 2? And now here he's saying it's the lowest numbers ever for the show. With 142.3.
Yeah, the only thing that's worse than that is the spin-off and is the spin-offs.
Yeah.
So Blood, whatever it was.
Well, let's see. Season 1 and 2 did well in terms of viewership, but the show has been experiencing a decline, you think, following Cavill's exit. So, yes, it's down, sitting at 75% on critics for Rotten Tomatoes, of course, and 46% for audience. But I'm still stuck on this. Does this read weird to you guys? He puts the latest season ranked number 2 on the charts for Netflix with 7.4 million views. But in the next line, he says, this makes for the lowest numbers ever for the show.
Oh, so I think they're trying to say it was...
Yeah, let Tina, because she hasn't talked. Thanks, Green. Love you.
I think they're trying to say that of all the shows that are currently released on Netflix, it's ranking 2 in viewership. But even though it is ranking so high, it's still the lowest number of viewers of all previous seasons.
Okay.
Yes.
Combined.
So currently at this stage, it's the second most watched thing on Netflix, but it's still the lowest that it's ever been in the series, minus the spin-offs.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right. I'm just putting out there. We got about 22 people watching. Please hit the like button and drop a watching it or not in the chat if you're watching Witcher. Because I really want to know who's out there watching this or not. Because I have not yet, but I want to see how Liam actually did. You know what I mean? Like, because I loved Cavill in season 1. It was weird because they didn't really want to dive into the fantasy as much as I was hoping, seeing him use his more. I wanted to see him use even more of his Witcher powers, but I wonder how he looks doing it too, because the trailer I saw, it probably showed the 2 scenes where he's actually using it in the season. I don't know.
What I don't get is if it's true that they are kind of dialing back the fantasy aspects of it, why are they adapting all of these works then, similar to Dumb and Dumber for Game of Thrones?
Right. That's a good question. It's a good question. What do you think, Grant?
I think it's not as bad as anything Dumb and Dumber's done. They had it lock up, but yeah. It slowly got worse. They started taking Geralt out of the story, and like Henry said back in 2020 that it's like he has to try and find a way to act around the fact that it's no longer a Geralt centric story, that it's more of a Ciri and Yennefer story.
Right.
He said that back in 2020.
Yeah, he did, and and you could tell Cavill was trying not to completely burn this series, but he definitely let you know a little of his frustration by explaining how he's trying to like fit into what they're doing. I like that interview. I remember that interview. That was a good one.
Yeah, so The Rats, A Witch's Tale, the spin-off, has a 4.5 out of 10. And it has 90% of the reviews are 1 out of 10.
That's crazy.
So, yeah.
And
so you never even heard of it?
No. Is there a trailer for it?
I'm trying to find one.
It's called Rats?
Yeah. The only thing I could find is a 13-second like teaser.
All right, let's see it. Hold on. Let's at least see
but
the
I don't even know if it's a legitimate one. I'm just gonna have a quick.
It's porn. Jane says, how can you work back the fantasy when that's the entire basis for everything that happens? You hire diverse writing room that has no clue about the canon, never did. I never understood that. Like Peter Jackson loved the Lord of the Rings. Even DB Weiss loved the Game of Thrones books. Okay.
You sure about that?
I think DB Weiss loved it. Benioff is the one that, DB told
was wearing
him to
the
read
pants.
It. Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
I really believe that. Yeah. So Soul also says, I don't think there's a Liam Witcher rant. Looked all over YouTube, Google, nothing except him saying the naysayers are just noise. Yeah, no, it's something about him on set. It was like a leaked footage.
You see, I Googled exactly that, Liam Hemsworth, freaks out or yells on set. And the AI came back saying that there's no credible sources for that at all. And blah, blah, blah.
That must be what it is then. I got catfished. Oh no, that's not the term. Baited. Jane. Jane says, I don't mind. Go ahead.
I was saying, I could see for The Witcher if they wanted to fill a writer's room full of people who read the books, and then maybe a couple of people who played the games, saying, "Hey, the games are great, but we are adapting the novels."
Understandable.
But why it is that they have, I assume, a group of writers who didn't read the books.
Well, there's definitely video of the author, the creator of The Witcher, saying he offered them, some advice and they didn't take it. He literally just said they didn't take it. Because remember, this started back in 2020? I think the first season was 2020, around there.
Sounds right.
Yeah. So that was when we saw a lot of writing rooms that believed they could do better than even the creator of any of the series out there. You could talk about
it's our show now.
Yeah, it's ours. We're gonna make it for a modern audience. We're gonna, make it wham man. Take out the fantasy, take out the brotherhood. Like, I like what Jane says, even if they had more, she says a supportive character, but more like it's an ensemble. Like everybody gets their moments. I'd be fine, but they just downgraded him to useless. You're absolutely right, Jane. So there was another article I'll bring up real quick. And it's from Screen Rant, so we'll see what they really say. Kind of, I don't think they'll be harsh, but it's, I believe, 6 reasons. Let's see. 6 reasons why The Witcher season 4 reviews are so bad. So Guy Howie. All right, Guy.
Let's start off with a bingo. They're going to blame Hemsworth. It's Hemsworth's fault.
It could also be not just Hemsworth. It could be also Cavill's fault. Sorry.
They're going to blame first. They're going to blame Cavill. Then they're going to blame Hemsworth.
Yep, and then they will blame toxic fandom.
Yep.
Unless he's really gonna, it's hard for me to believe Screen Rant will ever go after a series because they want to get access to these series. Hey, dude, do your thing. I can't hate you playing that game, but I wonder. Like, I love New Rockstar, but they never really go hard on anything. And behind the scenes, they're like, this shit is crap. All right, so let's see. In the view of many fans, these changes to The Witcher, okay, maybe I'll go up. Witcher season 4 has fared worse than any other season of the fantasy adventure series with TV critics, but the audience reviews have been absolutely scathing. Fans of the franchise have reacted with unprecedented scorn to the latest installment of the Netflix show, which is releasing its first new episodes in almost 2.5 years. This season of The Witcher has some new characters and a completely fresh take on its title character from new lead actor Liam Hemsworth. It's also diverges from, I can never say this guy's name.
Andrei Sapkowski.
Literary source material even more significantly than previous seasons of the show. So they literally doubled down and were like, that's why it's bad. we followed his show, the games and books that sold, tens of millions. We're going to not follow that because it's his fault. So in the view of many fans, these changes to The Witcher are far from welcome. The Netflix series is undoing the good work of earlier episodes, including one of the best opening scenes to any fantasy show in the history of television. Okay, we'll see. As long as the show is clocking streaming hours, we'll likely see a 5th season, through which producers will hope to regain some credibility among devotees of The Witcher. But for now, things aren't looking good, so it's worth examining what exactly has caused such a serious backlash to the 4th season of the series. Henry Cavill's departure is a major loss to The Witcher. So Henry left ahead of season 3 release amid rumors of creative differences between the actor and those helming the show's trajectory on Netflix. In reality, it seems as though Cavill had other irons in the fire, which was the main reason he couldn't commit to a season 4 of the show. Bullshit. He had other commitments because he knew he wasn't coming back because this show didn't care for him as the lead actor. I don't know if you guys agree.
100%.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Also, I do agree with the fact that not necessarily the opening scene, but the opening sequence, the whole thing in Blaviken, that fight scene, I think it was pretty great.
In the castle? Is that at the castle? Yeah, it was pretty good.
That's where he gets the name, the Butcher of Blaviken.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That'd be a cool name for a YouTube channel.
Yeah, it would. However, we shouldn't rule out the suggestion that creative differences were a factor. Given how successful The Witcher's previous seasons have been, the idea that he wouldn't commit to a 4th season should itself set alarm bells ringing about the direction of the show. This theory is also borne out by an interview Cavill gave to Philstar Global in December 21, in which he described pushing for changes to The Witcher season 2 so that the series would better reflect the books it was based on. One way or another, it's likely that something wasn't right between Cavill and those running the show. Yeah, they hated him. Now that season 4 has been released, it's clear how big a loss Cavill's departure is to The Witcher. He's the actor who brought Geralt of Rivia to life on screen, inhabiting the character like no one else could. From his gravelly voice delivery to his piercing glare, it just isn't the same without him. Season 4 is a diverges is just that's wrong, right?
No, it's written wrong. There's been about three
thank God.
grammatical errors in here so far, and it really
Okay,
really frustrates
because I'm
me.
not good with grammar, and I'm like, that sounds weird to me. Is diverges?
They're only journalists. You
diverges.
can't expect them to do anything with grammar.
Yeah, you got to get it out there, man. Got to get it out there. Massively from Witcher books. So, like we said, while attempting to adapt the books in chronological order, more or less, those behind the TV show have taken enormous liberties with their source material, as season 4 evidence like no other before it. The results this time around are distinctly mixed, like they were in previous seasons too. Like there was definitely, maybe we were a loud minority screaming about it, but there were enough people that I know, fans of this series, books and games, that they were pissed off in season 1 about changes. But the result around are distinctly mixed, with those who cherish both books and the Witcher video games in uproar. Thank you.
Also, the backlash with season 1 was because those 3 episodes with Yennefer are a paragraph.
Right. I remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
They say, firstly, the show tries to blend the author's 3rd and 4th novel of the series, Baptism of Fire and the Tower of the Swallow, into one coherent timeline. This way of telling the story proves quite challenging because the events of the 2 books take place at different times. Are they talking about season 4 or 1? Because I actually thought it was cool how they did season 1, how it's like Geralt in the past and Cersei's present, and they kind of
that was a short story and the first book. They're talking about this one, which is a short story, and 3 and 5, book 4 and 5, or 3 and 4. Okay. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, 3 and 4. It's saying. They said, secondly, the main character in the story are kept separate for almost all of The Witcher season 4. In the books, Geralt has already been reunited with Yennefer before the events of 4, and they spend a considerable amount of time together. By contrast, in the show, they're only brief reunited at the end of The Witcher 4 season.
Why would you not want your characters together as much as possible?
Right. There's always a time where they part and paths cross again. But you want to keep that, unless that's what the series, the original canon says, you want to stay away from that. If they're meant to be together, keep them together, you know? Now I think it was, I don't remember it. Was it in the book, or did the show do something awesome where they had Arya and Tywin meeting at Harrenhal?
Yeah, that was
show only, right?
That was show only because in the book it was Roose Bolton.
Right. That's right. It's Roose.
Yeah, it was Roose Bolton, but
that was a great scene.
In the show that, well, I mean, they were able to do certain things like that because they actually gave a shit about it. And you introduced the character earlier than you were going to initially. Yeah. And you've got someone like Charles Dance in there. You want to put him in as many scenes as possible.
100%.
Obviously, it's a little bit contrivance that, he's talking about her father and everything like that. It's
right.
Versus the stuff with Roose, where basically she was just essentially a cupbearer and heard many different things, some of which were related to her and her family.
Yeah, what I liked about that scene is you're allowed to. He gives the audience such a great acting job that you can either go with, he knows she's definitely more than a lowborn, even lord. She's like, comes from a higher up house, or he doesn't know. He definitely knows she is my lord, right?
He knows 100% the fact that she comes from a place of learning because she can read, she can write, she knows all the stories,
and from the north.
And from the north. So she's obviously somewhere under the banner of Stark.
So what do you think, if you're looking for a missing daughter, you would just maybe hold on to? But it was a great scene, no matter what. Yeah.
Why would he expect her there? He still thinks that she's in King's Landing, though.
Oh,
Remember, that's half a country across.
No, it is. I know that. No, she disappeared. Well, yeah, you're right. There may be.
It's like someone disappearing in California, and you're over in New York, and you're like, oh, maybe it's her.
Yeah, but how many high house? Well, there are quite a few, just below the Starks. All right, good call. I like what Soul says here. You remember the Witcher prequel where Bounding into Comics wrote about Sporking News Podcast theory, how badly that failed? Who they blamed for that one? They blamed the fans because we hate women and diversity. That's what they tell us. Just because, yeah. Yeah, okay. Liam Hemsworth's Geralt didn't win over everyone. He does look more like, his face looks more like what I've seen in the video game, just younger. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because he has a longer face. It's an understatement to say that Liam Hemsworth version of Geralt didn't compare well to Henry Cavill's. For most fans of The Witcher, Hemsworth was always going to be up against it, taking over from an actor who made this TV role his own from the very start, of course. But I don't think, I don't think fans are mad at him, or, maybe he doesn't hold up, but we all knew that was going to happen no matter what. He was never going to be Cavill. Cavill created the character. He was the character,
Yeah, and also the fact of the matter is that you've taken someone like Cavill, who is able to make his fans adore him by simply doing one thing, not calling them toxic. And then when people calling him toxic, he goes, "No, well, I say passionate."
Yeah,
What?
Right.
It's the tiniest of courtesies, and it's enough for people to defend him to the end of the earth. Like, because that's how bad it is that we're not getting any of it.
Yeah. And I don't know, Tina, I don't like what they say here. They're saying, but he couldn't even predict the wrath his performance has faced from followers of the franchise. They say Hemsworth has been described variously as bland, robotic, and having a vocal delivery that's just too high. Now, I don't think that's scathing, first off, those terms there. But like, I think Grant said it before too. I have not seen these scathing reviews of him, just that he wasn't as good of a Witcher. I don't know. Have you?
No, I haven't seen them attacking Hemsworth.
He's just boring, is what the most people think. And they seem to be trying to capture or recapture certain things from season 1 and season 2. Like, they do the zoom in when something happens, the music swells, it stops, and he goes, "Fuck." Like 4 or 5 times in it. They're trying to recapture certain things. Like, he's doing
is he doing?
I mean, he's doing a Henry Cavill.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But like, here's the thing. Like, I could see him being cast as like a younger version.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, if they were to adapt the latest novel, which is a prequel.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that, and he still looks closer to the game than what Cavill did.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Agreed. I mean, Cavill looked like Superman playing.
He could play Superman, I reckon.
I could see him as Superman. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So Netflix imagined that they could simply superimpose one action hero into the place of another. Is Liam Hemsworth an action hero? Does he play
Hunger Games?
Yeah, but he's really not.
Remember Jennifer Lawrence said that was the first action film that a female woman was in.
Yeah, that's true, right? Yeah. Oh god.
He was the one from that, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was from there, but his character wasn't really part of the action until the later books.
Yeah.
Or the movies, yeah.
Yeah, it was the last 2, really the last one, where you see him in action. He's kind of been behind the scenes in whatever it is, section 12, 13, whatever it is.
Yeah, District 12.
Yeah. But they were wrong, I guess. Okay, so Witcher season 4 feels incredibly rushed. Anybody who has watched it, let me know if you feel the same thing.
they also take time to have Henry Cavill sit out for an entire episode while they tell stories around a campfire, and then decide to change genres during each person's story. So when Yasika, Dandelion, whatever he's known as in this one, the Bard is doing his one, it turns into like a Bollywood musical.
Oh,
and then
God.
when Regis is doing his story, it's an anime.
Are you kidding me? Why?
No.
Oh my God.
Who the hell thought of that? Like, this isn't a sitcom.
But that's the same time that the big battle's happening when Yennefer is fighting off Vilgefortz and all that.
That's crazy. Perhaps the writers of the series will be reflecting on Witcher season 4's 18% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes as we speak. Maybe this is a newer one because it was at 46. Meaning that certain aspects of the story could have been told differently. It's hard not to feel that the season scripting and production was overly rushed. So it was overly rushed, but yet you had very slow episodes with too much like exposition, maybe you're saying? Like,
well, they waste a lot of time doing nothing and then have to hurry up everything else.
Well, how many episodes did they release?
I think it was like 10, something.
So
like
it's
that.
all of them. They're all out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Netflix. They drop all of them at once.
Okay. I can't think right now. What's coming out in 3? It's like a last season. It's coming out in 3s near
Disney
Thanksgiving.
Disney does things in 3s pretty often.
Yeah, but
Prime does that. They'll drop 3, and
and
then
then
they'll
go
do week to week.
weekly. But something's coming out this year where they're dropping it near Thanksgiving, then on Christmas, then on New Year's.
And
Stranger Things. Stranger Things.
Oh, okay.
You never watched it, so.
Oh, I enjoyed that. I don't hate on any of the seasons. There was definitely low points in it. Season 1 was fantastic. I liked the last season. Eddie was an awesome character.
I was just told that season 1 was good, then season 2 was trying to be season 1 but different, and it sucked. And season 3 tried to be season 1 and 2 but couldn't do it, and it sucked. And then they brought in a cool rock guy, but then they had a really dumb episode where she had to go off and become friends with some fat chick.
I don't remember that one.
Everyone says it was the absolute worst episode ever.
I can't remember. Maybe I blocked it out. Look at how much it dropped since. So Rotten Tomato audience score has gone from an 88 season 1 to 54 to just 20, and now it's holding at 18 right now.
Do you want to know? You don't want to know why that's actually very telling. Season 1 focused more on Cavill. Season 2 removed Cavill, which got the Rotten Tomato reviewers to go, "This is great. It's all about the women," and the people going, "Well, no, I don't actually like this."
Right. It's called The Witcher.
Right.
Yeah.
The season's visual spectacles can't mask poor storytelling. It has a pacing problem which already existed in the series. In fact, Liam Hemsworth perceived shortcomings as Gerald have magnified every major failing of the show's production. While the visual effects still pop, they can't hide what isn't there anymore. The problems with plotting, character development, and pacing are just too significant to ignore in the latest season. What's more, without Henry Cavill's irresistible central performance, they're painfully obvious for the majority of the viewers. Yeah, I could see that, because even when there was that season where they were doing mostly Yennefer, season 2, when he was on screen, his presence was demanding. You had to focus on him,
Exactly.
And now Liam's just like you could see now where Cavill's gone. It's just complete shit show because he can't hold the audience like Cavill did. Should have ended after season 3. Many people feel, okay, we'll just skip that because that's obvious. Oh, and that's it. So if you guys have any other ideas out there, let me know. To be fair,
so do you think they're actually going to do a 5th season?
They've already filmed it. It's already filmed it.
So
they did it back to back.
Wow.
So.
Yeah. Why would they shelf it? I mean, all you're going to do is release it. And if it sucks, it sucks. Yeah, that's crazy. All right. What do you guys speak on it for a second? Because I talked a lot just now.
There's not
If
a
they,
lot to talk on. That's the problem. Like
yeah, I
it's
know.
we knew what the issues was going into it. The issues hadn't changed. The only difference is that people are like, okay, so Hemsworth's not the problem. He's just it's too different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like you're gonna hate on him for being in the series where he was in the entire season for 34 minutes or whatever it was.
That's crazy.
Someone did a
Yeah,
countdown
someone
on a
did.
thing on Reddit.
Oh, that's crazy.
And they worked out like how much
I'll be right back.
it was in there, and Geralt was in the most in season 1, and then each season it's progressively gone lower and lower and lower. And it's even less if you don't really include the flashbacks that they re-edited.
Oh wow, that's insane.
So,
I mean, unsurprisingly, I didn't play the games, but I read the 2 books of short stories and the first
yeah,
book and part of the second book, and I thought they were all absolutely phenomenal. And my son's about halfway through the series now. He's just been devouring them.
yeah. I think the wife's up to the last one that's available in English at the moment.
Yeah, because
Very cool.
what is the author? He's from Czech.
Poland.
Poland. Okay, Poland. That sounds better.
The good Polish boy.
So just doing I got a couple different articles. I'm just gonna grab one because you know me, I don't read ahead. So we have Doomsday coming up. Now, if anybody's like me, after Infinity War, really, but I'll say Endgame, they have just lost their way. There have been storylines that are going to go nowhere. Characters I hope we never see again, but I'm pretty sure Brie Larson will be in Doomsday.
Oh, Brie Larson's going to be it. So is
Yep.
Simu Liu and
Yep.
oh.
Yeah. But
I hope the Red Guardian's in there.
Yeah.
Oh, he is. Don't worry, David Harbour.
Of course he is. Of course he is. But I want.
It really depends. It really depends on all these accusations from Millie Bobby Brown, how seriously they're taken.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, she doesn't want anything to do with him. He was absolute creep to her, apparently.
Which character is that?
The guy who plays the Red Guardian.
No. The girl. Oh, the girl. Bobby Brown.
Yeah, I know the weird one. Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. I did just see something about that.
That's weird. I want to. Well, we might have to. Someone find a thing about that because I want to see that. Definitely.
All right, give me a second.
Yeah. So from the direct, this came out in August, but it says Avengers Doomsday needs to do these 5 things to recapture the Endgame magic. I'm just gonna fly through it and see what the 5 things are. Okay, Fantastic Four meeting the Avengers. That's not going to fix it. Sorry, people. Let's see. Avengers and X-Men clashing head to head. It'll help, but it won't fix it. Let's see. The Fantastic Four and X-Men teaming up against a common threat. Okay. The X-Men, Avengers, and Fantastic Four coming together in the Baxter Building. Okay. I don't care about that. Reed Richards and Professor X sharing ideas. Okay, that was BS. I'm sorry. I wasted everybody's time on that one.
I do think that we're going to end up with a Doomsday is better than Secret Wars in the same way people thought Endgame was better than Infinity War because of the fact that when we see the X-Men fight the Avengers, it's going to be epic.
I would hope so.
Wait, who thinks Endgame's better than Infinity War?
Not I.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You're right. I got them flipped. I apologize.
Yeah.
I got them flipped.
Infinity War was amazing.
Exactly. So, and I think the same thing's going to happen is that in Doomsday, we're going to get the Avenger versus X-Men. It's going to be epic. Hopefully, in general, the movie will be very good.
It'll be 10 minutes of fight. It'll be Batman versus Superman. It'll be all built up, and it'll be a few things. It'll be like the airport fight. Yeah. All these big things happening, and there's no danger.
Well, what bothers me is also with the X-Men, and then I'll let you go, Tina. But with the X-Men, the cast isn't young. You know, like they're bringing back the Fox era. They're all in their mid 50s and up, I would say. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have to really have some great fight oh god, I can't say the word right now.
Choreography.
Yeah, that we'll go with that. Choreography and yeah, or a really good stuntman from behind. I don't know. Because like Professor X, you don't need him to be physical, of course, but like Wolverine,
Right.
Hugh Jackman, I could see him still doing it because he's just dedicated, but I don't know about the rest. So
We got
we'll
Kelsey
see.
Grammer. I
Yeah.
mean, there's
Yeah.
Ian McKellen.
Yeah. Like Ian McKellen,
Rebecca
he uses
Romaine.
his
I mean, come on.
right.
Rebecca
Right.
Romaine. I mean,
It's a little rough. I mean, we'll see though, because 50 is the new 30 nowadays. You never know.
that's true.
Let's see what this
She's
screen rant
67.
again. Who is
Remain
67?
67.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Chat, do you think they're gonna make her wear the blue naked thing, or she's gonna be in like a pantsuit? Let me know. So this is the 10 things they need to do to get no, I don't care about Doctor Doom. I want to see how they can fix it. So let's see what is the screen.
Okay, she's 53. I made that last one.
Okay, I was
couldn't
gonna say
remember.
I don't
okay.
think she's that old.
I didn't think she was that old, but I was like, wow, she looks really good for 67.
I'm just like, no.
Well,
I saw her playing an old woman. I'm like, wait a minute, that might have been prosthetics that she was playing, and it was. Okay.
Oh man. So CBR says, I'm convinced Avengers Doomsday plans to fix the biggest failure of the X-Men franchise. See, I don't care about that either.
The fans.
Right, the fans. No one's addressing like just how they've handled this most recent phase. I mean, I'll give you Loki season 2 was decent because of Tom Hiddleston. But you still have, Vision. What's going on with that? When does Vision Quest come out?
That's the sad state of the freaking MCU that Loki season 2 could be considered decent. It was mediocre at best. That had a cool last episode.
It was phenomenal.
Oh, how dare you! Do you kiss your family with that mouth? Oh.
Yes, I do.
It was a bunch of stuff that went nowhere, and then all of a sudden it was just time loop Deus Ex Machina to fix it. And get this, when he comes back, because we all know he's going to come back, he's going to be as dumb as he was previously. He's not going to have the 200 years that he spent learning one of the hardest sciences in the world and refining everything. He's going to be as dumb as he was previously.
Oh, so you don't think he's going to be God of Stories then? You think he's going to be a different version of Loki?
No, I'm saying it's going to be the same
Loki.
It's going to be the same version. He just won't be acted the same way because there's no cohesion when directors and things go across different things. Iron Man was a completely different character, the way in which he acted and did everything when he was in the Spider-Man films. He was a different character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Very true.
Let's see. This is how messed up I am. I'm trying to find an emoji to send back to my great mod, Soul Assassin. Let's see. What's the perfect one for what I'm trying to say? Sorry, guys. This is lame, but I'm going to do it. Let's see. I can give you a...
Okay, and Vision Quest is going to be out sometime in 2026, according to IMDb. So
and Doomsday
that's not
is
coming anytime soon. Doomsday is December of 2026.
So
Okay.
what exactly is Vision Quest?
Oh, Vision Quest is White Vision on a quest to find himself. And they're going to introduce, they'll have the kid who played Wiccan and what's her name? Agatha all along. And he'll be finding his brother whose soul was forced into a kid that was getting bullied and drowned by the bullies, who dies. And then he takes over that body.
But like these aren't even, that's not his kid though.
Yeah. Well, no. Technically, it has part of what she created and the original Vision who gave him his memory. Yeah, it's not his kid. It's not his kid.
Like, yeah.
Well, James Spader's going to be back.
Oh yeah, that's
as Ultron. So at least
they answer that question.
They're bringing Ultron back just so one of the female characters can just destroy him like that, like they did with Thanos and with everyone in the What If series. They bring them back just to humiliate them and destroy them, just to say, look how powerful this person is. It's the same thing that they did in all new, all different comics. The amount of times that Thanos was killed off by just dumb characters.
Yeah,
they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it now with Ultron.
Well, and that's okay. So that fixes one of the things that I was like, what are they doing? There's a part in one of the Spider-Man when Tom Holland's Spider-Man is inside Stark Tower when they're shipping everything out, and one of the Ultron heads has a light on. So I've been theorizing, and I think there's probably a lot of people that Ultron survived through that one. So because Vision was supposed to eradicate him from the internet and everything else, but he hit himself somewhere. He had to, right? So let's see what these guys are going to say. All right. Let's see. What does Jordan Ikobuchi have to say? Scott Summers was the X-Men franchise most underused hero. Okay. Another one of these, like, try to use people to help out the old franchises, but it's nothing to fix the actual what they did in this shit show of a phase. But yes, if anybody needs like a second chance, it's his Scott Summers, who died most likely from a kiss. But even that
wasn't. The problem was
that's
wasn't
a different
even
Scott
Cyclops.
Summers, huh? Oh,
it wasn't even really Cyclops. Yeah, no, you pissed her off.
Yeah, it happens. It works.
Yeah, like it was. Cyclops is a strong-headed, stubborn leader.
Yes.
Who was mellowed a little bit by freaking Jean Grey.
Yeah, they did a good job with him in X-Men 97.
Yeah, but that's close. That's the character.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Also, you know who, as weird as it is, the physique and everything that Cyclops has, Cavill would have been a better pick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you want to bring him into it, because he's built Cyclops is built like a brick shithouse.
Yeah, he's tall and like his upper body is. Yeah, you're right. But they did him wrong. Like there was something with his filming or something where they really they didn't want to or couldn't use him, so that they kill him off. What, the first 10 minutes of that movie by a kiss. He died a simp, like Soul Assassin said. So I would like to see him actually use Cyclops's powers in leadership. That'd be kind of cool. But all right, so that's the first one. The second one is so James Marsden was always a terrific Cyclops. The X-Men character was perfectly okay.
No, he wasn't. We just
have to do something to find the next.
Oh, so this is the biggest problem is Cyclops.
Yeah. Well, no, he's just explaining Cyclops.
No.
But I don't know how to get.
It's plans to fix the biggest failure of the X-Men franchise.
Right.
The biggest failure of the X-Men franchise is Cyclops.
In this guy's mind, I disagree. It was the writers. That's bullshit. That's so lame. So let's get back to Doomsday. I know Tina and I did watch a lot of what was in this last phase. So you had, let's go with the series first. You had WandaVision. You had Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was terrible. You had in WandaVision 2 after episode 3. You had Loki. You had Miss Marvel. Am I missing any? I'm not missing any, am I, Tina?
There was the Echo series. There was that I didn't see. There was Riri Williams. Her
that was terrible
Ironheart,
too.
I didn't see.
Ironheart was terrible.
Did you the Secret Invasion? I don't know if you mentioned that.
She trapped a man in a room and watched him suffocate.
Yes. Yeah. She was she should be locked up in jail. Like,
oh my God.
Oh yeah. She watches a guy die because he's onto her. she's a bank robber. She does robberies, hurts people, and yeah, she's a superhero. She stole Tony Stark's ideas and
But they will
operations,
never
all that.
recover from that. They will never recover from the fact that she literally just stole his technology.
Yeah.
And I don't care that she was
She made it better.
brilliant.
Oh yeah, brilliant. She's brilliant, but she has
She is.
anger issues and PTSD because she's from Chicago.
Chicago.
What phase is this?
There was also Miss Marvel. We didn't talk about that. There was She-Hulk. We didn't talk about that. Agatha All Along.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, there were a lot of, and I don't know if the cartoons are supposed.
Yeah, I don't know if they're canon. You're right.
Also.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna bring this up. You're breaking up there, Tina. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna bring this up. Oh man, I forgot about a lot.
Of What If.
Yeah,
What If is canon.
We forgot about Hawkeye.
You're breaking up a bit, but now we can hear you. Okay.
Yeah.
So here,
the What If cartoons are canon.
Yep, they are.
Yes.
Oh,
that's how dumb that is. A What If is considered. It is canon.
That is dumb.
It's funny.
Which means that in the future they're going to be bringing in all those characters.
Oh, this is it.
Into the main live action universe.
That's so interesting, but
I'm sorry, that's wrong. That was what they planned for phase 5. Hold on, did I actually go to you guys? So this was what they had planned, I think.
They've kind of moved away from the idea of phases because they've essentially said, "Oh yeah, we're in phase 6 now," and usually it's supposed to end like when the Thunderbolts happen, aka the New Avengers. That was the big. That was the end of the phase.
Right. So wait a minute. Phase 5 didn't have Wanda. WandaVision?
WandaVision was phase 4. Phase 4 was directly after Endgame. Yeah.
So what was the end of
technically the No Way Home?
Oh, okay.
That was the last of that phase. The beginning of phase 4 started with the TV stuff. So WandaVision, Hawkeye, Captain Falcon. Loki.
No, Loki's in this one. Well, Loki season 1,
Loki
right?
season 1, yeah.
So, yeah, now I need to find those too.
Now, wait, what Blade came out in 2023?
It didn't.
It
didn't.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
This is what they
were hoping for.
On. Oh, that was the Ursula.
Yeah, they're still saying they're working on it.
Which is weird because he's already in the universe as Cottonmouth.
That's true.
Right.
They did in the Celestials. They did have him speak at the very end. Are we ever going to see Kit Harington?
Yeah.
No, we're not going to. They said that officially the Black Knight character is.
They did. They officially.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sucks for him, man. So here we go.
Cameo.
Let me just see if I can blow it. He has
all night. He'll be like Arya in Game of Thrones. He's going to show up at the very end and like chop off Dr. Doom's head or something.
Or like when he's doing cameos at the very end, he gets like the camera pans over to Arya because she steals it from him. All right, so this was phase 4. It started with Black Widow, a movie that should have happened 10 years or at least 5 years prior.
No, because they made it. They made a specific point. About. Oh no, sorry. No Way Home was it was the other one. It was the Far From Home was the last of phase 3. But WandaVision was the thing that kicked it off.
Yeah, they're saying it wasn't. They're not even adding. Yeah, where's No Way Home?
So no way. Further up, No Way Home was. In the movies.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying the thing that actually kicked it off was WandaVision was the first thing.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wish this was in better alphabetical. So January 15th
wasn't until the middle of the year. We'd already had a bunch of other stuff already out by then.
Right.
Hold on. I'm going to have my assistant by the name of ChatGPT put this in order for me because I don't like this being out of order.
ChatGPT, put this in chronological order of when they came out, please. Thank you, sir.
Oops. All right, here we go. And I'll share that screen. So
also, I think this is an old one as well because it said Agatha all along would be winter of 24.
When was it?
I don't know. All I know is that, like WandaVision, it started off with something that could have been interesting and then immediately went to shit.
Oh God, come on.
You're doing it wrong. But yeah, so whatever the newest thing, what's the latest thing that's come out? Was it What If?
The zombie one?
That could be the start of season 3 or phase 5.
Well, no, phase 5 started. Phase 5.
What was the first thing that was in phase 5? Or maybe it's phase 6 then.
Yeah, phase 5 had like
Thunderbolts.
Phase 5 had Ant-Man and the Wasp was the beginning of phase 5.
Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the Wasp was before bloody Infinity War. It was in between.
No, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumanium.
Quantumania. Oh, yeah, everyone forgets about that film.
Sorry about that. All right, so here we go.
That was the start of phase 5. Okay.
Full order of phase 4 to 5. You started with WandaVision, January 15th. Okay. That show started out a banger, dude. And then they ended it with, they don't know what you gave up after she tortured and, destroyed a town forever. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier was next, where you had Little Orphan Annie Super Soldier.
Freckle Jesus.
Yep.
Freckle Jesus. Oh my God.
Yep. Loki season 1, where a quick minute and a half reel of the real Loki's life changed this Loki's life, the earlier one, into the same Loki.
We were also introduced.
You can watch a 5-minute commercial and have your entire life changed.
Yes, but
I know that it's possible.
Not 24 hours after I've just stabbed someone in the chest and poked someone's eye out.
Yeah.
Also, we were introduced to the actual real Loki. We had Richard E. Grant's Loki in that.
Yeah, that was in the second one. I thought, was that in the first?
No,
one?
that was the end of the first one.
Oh, okay. What up? Yeah, Clay, same as me. Here against my better judgment, and we have a.
Where is the best pizza in Madison?
We have 32 months. Biggles met. Miss you, Sporking. I miss you too, dude. We will do some anime on next week's show, so you will come on. It won't be a complete anime show, but we will do anime on the next week's. Because there's some really good stuff out there right now. All right, so we had WandaVision, Falcon, Loki, Black Widow was the first movie of phase 4. Then you had What If season 1, Shang-Chi and the Legend of 10 Rings.
10 Wings.
Yep, 10 Wings. The Eternals, which I almost feel like, except for a scene in Zombies, and maybe the second season of What If, they just wiped those guys under the rug. They just swept them under a rug.
Yeah, I was going to say that newest season of What If, they bring the Bollywood guy back because they've got to start doing the mining of the Celestial in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, right. And then the zombie one, you have zombie Icarus fighting in a never-ending battle against zombie Miss Marvel, or whatever her name is. God, she's having some trouble with her intro net. Then you had Hawkeye, or Hawk Girl, introduce Hawk Girl. And I love Jeremy Renner. I would love to see him still.
At least she had some reverie for him. She wasn't like, I'm better than you and everything. She idolized him.
Yeah, and he taught her some stuff.
Yeah, like that's the closest one to an actual proper like passing of the torches you can get.
Right. And I don't dislike her
except for that first 2-minute montage where it was just like she's the best at everything. She doesn't need to be taught.
Right.
She's Olympic. I'm just like, oh.
Okay. Yeah. Black belt, all that stuff. Then they had Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, that's the one with the 3 Spider-Men, correct?
Yep.
All right. Biggles, maybe next Wednesday, actually.
Yeah, in December.
Yeah. Or Thursday, because I might have Friday off. Then you had Moon Knight, which they wasted. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. I don't know how to explain that. I didn't. Oh man, I disliked it, but
everything good that happened happened off screen.
Yeah,
all the fight scenes were off screen.
Yeah, you're right. They wasted Oscar.
A good episode 5. Talent. A good episode 5. I'll give them that.
Mm-hmm. Then you had Doctor Strange and the multi-panned Girl of Madness. That was just a crap show.
She did a shredder.
Yeah. I'm so glad Wanda became the big bad, and Reed Richards
and Vision wasn't even in it.
Right, but Reed Richards, the smartest man in almost any universe, gives away Black Bolt's weakness. He has to open his mouth.
No, that's the smartest in all of them. That's the Illuminati. That's the smartest of the smartest.
Yeah, right. And he was one of the smartest. Yeah. And he was an idiot. And they wasted John Krasinski as Reed Richards.
And they said that he's not the canonical one.
No, that's Pedro. Pedro's canonical everybody now. Miss Marvel, which was a good show for what it was for. Like younger.
It was a teen love drama with a bit of magic, and it turned out that her father was a bit of a nonce behind the scenes.
Right. And I have to say, the actress who played Miss Marvel loves Marvel Comics. I've seen her in interviews. She gives away probably too much that Feige wants, but she knows her backstory. She argued for certain things in the show. So I give that girl credit. I want to see her succeed. Thor, Love and Thunder. Oh my God, what a terrible movie. What a terrible movie. He's back to being a moron, and even worse. Jane is better than him at being Thor. She's more worthy. And they wasted another great actor.
Yeah, the problem is in one of the Avengers or one of the Thor movies, he whispers to Mjolnir that you need to protect her at all costs, and make sure that she's you do that. So they set that up, and then it's never brought up again. He's all just jealous. Oh, what about I want to have this? I'm just like, this doesn't make any sense. You had the setup from there. The reason that Mjolnir came back was because she was diagnosed with cancer. So the magic was still there. The magic of Thor was still there.
And
talk about wasting a character. You got one of the best fucking characters as a bad guy, and you do nothing with him.
Nothing. They just make him a sad dad, and they don't show any of the other sides of him. It just was crap. But Hemsworth deserves more. I mean, after Ragnarok, he was the leader of the remaining Asgardians.
No, he wasn't.
Well, you're right, Valkyrie, but he was their kind of emotional. If he said something over her, they would follow him because he's a man, baby. And then you get him in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, or is it Endgame? I forget. No, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and he's back to being a sidekick, or Thor Love and Thunder is the worst. All the growth.
That's the problem. They set him up for a crossover, and then they just get rid of him in the first scene. Yeah.
But what kills me is his movies have been the same since the first one. He's either a arrogant prick or a goofball, and by the end he matures and is ready to lead, and then the next thing he goes back to being a moron. And I think Hemsworth is way better than that. I don't mind them making Thor funny, but he shouldn't be the punchline of everything.
He was funny because he was a fish out of water.
Yes, right. 100% right on that one, dude. All right, so let's see. We got
I Am Groot. I didn't watch the cartoons, so
yeah, me either. I didn't see that one. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, where the villain was someone like me with a white guy with a hat that talks on the internet. That was terrible. And I know that She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall. The way they did it was just, you should have waited for having Deadpool before that. You know what I mean? He should have been the first one to break that fourth wall.
I disagree with that. She was doing it before Deadpool.
Was she? I thought he did it before her.
Yeah, no, she was doing it. But my problem is when she would do it, she would talk to the audience about what was going on in the universe, not in the real world, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, it was one of the ones that was just like, yeah, and then she falls down and lands like this, and then she turns to the read. She's like, "What are the words going to make me land chest first?"
Right.
You know, it was just like one of those things. It was like that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, twerking and just again, you know, Bruce doesn't understand anger like she does, and how to control it because she's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
She's lived with it way longer than Bruce. Like that right there was one of the worst lines of any superhero or any movie ever, where she tried to say, I understand anger more than Bruce Banner and how to control it. Werewolf by Night to me was, again, it's a special. It was something completely separate.
It was fine for what it was.
Yeah,
I didn't have any
for what
issue
it was.
with
It was fine. Yeah. Black Panther, without Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I understand the shock of losing a great actor who none of them knew was sick during the filming, but to come out right after that and be like, "There's not going to be another Black Panther," like this is comic.
They replaced bloody John Hurt.
Yeah,
William Hurt fucking
Harrison Ford. But they replaced Rhodey, the actor in the very first Iron Man.
I'm talking about you saying when a great actor dies. I mean, we're talking about an Oscar award-winning actor that died, and then went, all right, let's just get Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I just think they're gonna have to bring back a new Black Panther in this. He'll be from a different, universe and end up in the 616 because that's their only way around it.
And his name is Miles Morales.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. I thought that was fun.
That was the Kevin Bacon one?
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania it just wasn't good. Scott is being attacked. I mean, his daughter's a little prick. Her and what's the Wasp's name in the movie?
Evangeline
Van Dyne. Yeah, but Van Dyne. Her and the daughter like gang up on him. It's just, again, making the guy look like an idiot. It's just what they decided to do in Phase 4.
And the funniest line in the entire thing was when he walks into the shop and the guy goes, "Spider-Man."
Yeah.
Because that was actually ad-libbed. That was that's his reaction to that. He's real. Yeah, he was supposed to say Ant-Man, but he said Spider-Man. But he said the wrong thing.
I'm putting in the chat. Do you like any of these movies or series?
Well, you like Loki season 2.
I did. I thought Loki season 2 was had a little bit more heart.
Go back and rewatch it up until the last few episodes.
Dude, I don't want to. I don't want to because it was the only TV series.
It had so much heart though, Scott.
It did. Guardians of the Galaxy volume. Oh man, I freaking hated what's her name in that show. The other Loki. Better Loki, female Loki.
Sylvie.
Sylvie, right. she's better at it. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. What did you think of it?
I watched it at the cinemas. No, I didn't watch it at the cinemas. I was going to, and then I pirated it. I didn't hate it. I liked the fact that they had a bad guy that was just a bad guy. And I'm just like, you could clearly tell that this was supposed to be Lee Majors doing it. Because it was supposed to be another Kang variant.
Oh, okay.
Because all the bad guys were supposed to be Kang variants, but that was at the time that he decided, I'm going to start using women as punching bags.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it worked for Chris Brown.
Like, what did he really do wrong? Their mistake was making Jonathan Majors in the end of Quantumania all the Kangs in that arena.
Yeah. Well, he was Kang.
Because we've already seen that Spider-Man could look different and be different ages in different universes.
No. That's okay. No. That's the Spider-Verse. The Spider-Verse and the multiverse are different. The Spider-Verse is based around Spider. Yeah, that just doesn't make any sense.
But all the Lokis look different except for like President Loki. Like there was a couple that looked like him, but the rest, you had an alligator, you had the kid, you had Black Loki, you had
well, they even had bloody Frog in there. The Frog Thor.
Yeah.
That was trapped in a jar. Like,
who was that great actor, the older guy for Loki?
Richard E. Grant.
Richard E. Grant, man. Awesome. Yeah. Secret Invasion may be the worst.
That ruins. I didn't think that could ruin as much as what it did.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we've had Rhodey be a Skrull since he was recovering in hospital.
Yeah. What movie was that? When he
Civil War.
Civil War. Is that what they said? It was Civil War, right?
Yeah.
So the Rhodey that went through all that with them wasn't
the Rhodey that gave Sam all the inspiration, the one that cried at Tony's funeral, was a Skrull.
Was a Skrull. What? And then just what they did Emilia Clarke wrong with the freaking like the arm. You remember the arm?
Yeah, she got Drax's tattoos.
Yeah, Drax's arm. Oh man, that was terrible. And literally, they're not probably gonna. I hope they bring her back because she is the most powerful superhero. Or
she's stronger than Captain Marvel because she's got Captain Marvel's powers plus everyone else's. I completely forgot she was even in it. That's how little of an impact she realistically had.
Yeah, and I feel bad because I like her as an actress. She isn't great, but she's good.
And then, the part where the Skrulls attempt to kill the president, and then the president's like, "We got to stop these guys," and Nick Fury's like, "You're a racist." Like, wait, what? You just stopped the plot, okay?
All right. Yeah, it was messed up, dude. It was messed up. I didn't see I Am Groot, but we have Bad Take saying it was adorable for kids.
It was a kid show.
Yeah. Loki season 2. What If season 2 and 3.
Dog shit.
I just can't believe they're canon. That's weird. But don't worry because we have Captain What's Her Face. She's
Captain Carter.
Captain Carter. Yeah. That's another thing about the Doctor Strange MOM. You have one of the greatest team ups in comic book, history with the Illuminati. They add Captain Carter and Rambeau.
But they didn't have Black Panther in there. Bit racist.
And they add a black Captain Marvel though, and
she gets killed by a rock.
But dude, you have Black Bolt, you have Reed Richards, and you have Professor X, and the women last longer. Just a super soldier and Captain Marvel, I can understand, but you're telling me she killed Black Bolt like that? She killed Reed Richards like he was spaghetti. She overpowered the mind, and I know that the Scarlet Witch is very powerful, but like she overpowered his mind like it was nothing. It's just, but yet she had trouble fighting Captain Marvel and Captain Carter. Talking about Captain Marvel, you have the Marvels. Again, there was
Black
no
Girl
chemistry.
Magic.
Dude, there was no chemistry. Like Brie Larson is a dead fish. The girl who was playing Rambeau seemed like she didn't want to be there. And then Milani, I think her last name is, the girl who plays Miss Marvel, it was like the only decent thing from what I saw of the movie. And then they open up a riff and she goes into
A space vagina.
space vagina into the X-Men universe, I think. Echo, one of the worst moments of wokeness ever, where you had to hire a deaf, one-legged Native American woman to play the role. And they did. And they wonder why she wasn't that great of an actress.
And then bring Kingpin back and kill
and
him off.
Make him a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't kill him off, but
yes, they did. He got shot in the eye.
He got shot in the eye at the end of that. You're right. Echo, right? Because then he comes back though.
No, he didn't. He got ran over in Hawkeye, wasn't it?
That's when he got shot in the eye too.
Oh, was that then when he got shot in the eye? Okay.
He comes back in Echo with a prosthetic eye that can show her when she puts on something sign language. Never addressed that in Daredevil. That happened.
Which version? There's two versions of it.
The newest one. Agatha all along, I have to say, was just dumb. The kid they picked for Wiccan, I'm not a fan. But the woman who plays Agatha, like, I got to give it to her. She didn't just mail it in. She went for it. So I'll give her that. What did you really think of, now that it's past seeing it, Deadpool and Wolverine?
I didn't like it. I was, when people will go on apeshit about it at the beginning, I'm just like, I don't want to see a continual fight between two guys that just heal. It's boring.
Right. It's really just one. It's kind of a dick joke one. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that you could do to kill either one. So what's the point? You're right. It's just to see.
It's not our Deadpool. It's not our Wolverine.
Right. What I find. Oh, small time. What's up, dude? I did enjoy it, but I did like Shannon Tatum's Gambit.
A whole lot for this.
Yeah, bringing back Wesley Snipes, even Jennifer Gardner. I like that. That
should have been the thing. They should have done like what they did with No Way Home. Don't just have them appear, say a few things, fight and die.
Right. Well, Channing Tatum's character, I think, is coming back, and we didn't see them die on screen that I remember. The other Blade and Jennifer Gardner's character, but like also you have, I know she's a character from the comics, being Professor X, twin that he devoured in a battle in the womb, but like, just the girl did what she could with the character, but again, it was one of those characters that's like, I don't care.
Why not? If you're going to bring multiverse stuff in there and family members, why don't you have, I don't know, the only other TV series that involved a family member of Xavier? Bring in Legion.
Yeah. Same actor too. He was awesome in Legion. Yeah, and there were some really funny parts, but it was just okay, they teamed up finally. Okay. One of the greatest movies of all time, Captain America Brave New World. That was terrible too. Like the big bad is supposed to be like one of the smartest people in the world, using statistics and mathematics and predicting stuff, and he goes out so easily. It's just he gets captured so easily. You know what I mean? Like it
was all a part of the plan.
It's all part of the plan. I'm glad they brought him
25
back.
years in prison because it was a part of the plan.
Yeah, I gotta say, yeah, Legion was. I don't think I ever finished it, but it was a funky psychedelic show. Yeah, Brave New World. Mackie, I like him again, but he was he was perfect as Falcon. He doesn't make a great Captain America. I hope he, does in the next movies, but he doesn't, first of all, he doesn't take the super soldier serum when he could. So he's fighting like modified superheroes, like a Hulk with Black Panther tech, not even the freaking flower that gave Black Panther power, just some of their vibranium tech. I don't know. I know, oh, great, he's human. That's awesome that he can do it. I wish he took that super serum that never gave you muscles from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You know how, what's his name in Thunderbolts? Freckle Jesus too. Yeah. They take the super serum and it doesn't even physically change you. Did you see Thunderbolts?
Yeah, for the most
I didn't
part.
mind it. It just wasn't good. But I don't know. You have once again the fat white guy being the laughing stock. I don't know. What did you think about it, really? Like the whole thing?
I just don't buy them as a team
at all.
Yeah, I'm like, why don't they just kill the Veep? Just kill her.
Yeah,
just get rid of it. They're all criminals. They're all like ex-assassins and everything. Yet they're all just. It was all about their trauma and everything. Like we were led to believe that they don't remember anything while being a Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
But they do now. Okay,
I guess.
Then they got rid of. Was it Taskmaster that they just shot in the head or go? I can't remember who it was, but that did make me laugh.
Yep. And the reason they got rid of her because her character and Bob's character both are the fish out of water, so they didn't need two of them, so they killed her off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like what's her name as a wait a minute. I like her as an actress. I think she's good and funny. Pew. But as the Black Widow, like she wears a frumpy version of the outfit. Like it's like, oh, we can't sexualize her. Oh, like, dude, you're a Black Widow. They were trained to use their femininity.
She doesn't have a womb.
The Avengers. Yeah, that was good. And then I did enjoy the animated series, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I liked it. I thought it was good. They did a decent job with that. Yeah. But that's about it for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna head off.
Okay, you can head off. I got to show what I don't want to screw over my man's soul. So I'm just going to show these Netflix things he sent me real quick so that probably get demonetized anyways. All right, hold on. But thank you for being here, brother. Where are you going? You have a show?
No, I'm going to work.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, great. Yeah. Have fun at work. I'll be up at like 3:30 in the morning, so that's not that long away. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. All right, thanks, man.
See you, mate.
Bye.
See you, chat.
Bye, chat. All right, so he sent me this one. Where's the sound for this sucker? Or maybe I'll keep it going. So Yennefer, Ava Green, Elizabeth Olsen as Triss. I can see that. Anna Taylor as Cersei. Yeah. You got to have a Sean Bean. You have to. That's perfect. I think he's too good looking. Okay. And the other one you sent me. Oh, the Rats trailer. Hold on. This is awesome. All right. So if you're just jumping on, this is the Rats trailer, which was a movie, I guess, from the Witcher world that I don't think anyone knew was there even. And it's about the group that hung out with Cersei, I guess. Hopefully I'll remember. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that trailer's not in our language. Oh, maybe in yours though, Soul Assassin. Okay. Okay.
ஆளுன்னு நான் நினைச்சு கூட பார்க்கல. நீ ஏன் இப்படிலாம் செஞ்சுட்டு இருக்க?
அது முழுக்க வேற கதை.
Okay. We'll turn off the sound. Let's see. So you got her little ragtag crew. Yeah, dude, I don't get it. What was even the point of this movie? Did anyone even know this was a movie? That's weird. And we have a Witcher, the older one, I think, from the cartoon. Maybe. Is that Dolph Lundgren? Oh, it won't even be his voice because it's not in English. Yeah, don't forget. Don't forget what? You're not telling me. Oh God. Oh God, the rat symbol. What the hell? A Witcher tale. Do you guys find it weird that they always are trying now to make some type of universe? Like was it Warner Brothers that wanted to make the Monsterverse, which is a great idea. I wish they did. You know, you would have had Dracula, the Mummy, the Werewolf, Frankenstein, I believe. Like, what a classic group that you could do like a retelling. There's actually a new Frankenstein movie coming out from, is it Del Toro? Hold on. Let me see if I can find that one. Yep. All right, here we go. I don't know if you guys heard about this one at all. Gil, I can never say his first name, but Del Toro. He has a new Frankenstein coming out with Oscar Isaac, I believe, is Frankenstein, the doctor.
I must confess, I never considered what would come after creation.
So he's ready to kill. Who's he gonna kill? How are you gonna kill like an immortal monster? Oh, that could be you. I mean, first of all, Guillermo del Toro, the dude, his special effects are always awesome.
You, the great Victor Frankenstein. You made a mistake.
Yeah, he did.
I created something truly horrible.
Yeah.
Not something.
What?
Someone.
Who's this Frankenstein? Wait a minute. Is that what's his name? The guy who plays Lex Luthor and stuff. And
This was the way of the world. It would hunt you and kill you just for being who you are.
yeah, I think that's what's his name. Oh, what's that kid's name? If anybody's still in the chat, played younger Beast in First Class. He played he's been in a lot of stuff. What did I say before that? He was in a funny zombie movie where he gets back his humanity.
I've not yet finished. Much more carnage will ensue.
Yeah, well, he's immortal. Heart pounding people. I mean, does the monster really need like a scarf? I don't think. I mean, I guess hide his face. Now playing. I didn't know that either. All right. We're going to wrap it up. Thank you for everyone being here tonight. Hopefully we will do something Saturday night. And then I think I'm switching to Wednesdays. I don't know what I'm going to do though, because I would like to still cover A Song of Ice and Fire, but it hurts. It hurts to do. But we will be talking about Dunk and Egg, so people are prepared for the new series coming out, I believe, in January. So I hope you all have a great night, and we will go out with I don't know, Mark with a C doing the Ezra Miller song, maybe. That could be a good one. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, right? That's a good one. The Ezra Miller. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to my channel members. Sorry I haven't been around as much, working 10-hour days. So when the kids get a little older, I'm going to put a lot more effort. Hope you're there to support me. Take care, everybody.
Ezra Miller's on the run. It's another day and it's another one. He's some serial groomer trash. Now, how can Warner Brothers sell the Flash? And I wonder, I wonder.